Daf Yomi Tractate Bava Metzia, page 59a, part 3, with the words Rav Chisda. Rav Chisda. Rav Chisda says, all the gates of heaven are apt to be locked, except for the gates of prayer for victims of verbal mistreatment, as it is stated, and behold, the Lord stood upon a wall, built with a plumb line, and a plumb line in his hand, Amos 7:7. God stands with the scales of justice in his hand to determine if one has been subjected to injustice. Rabbi Elazar says, in response to all transgressions, God punishes the perpetrator by means of an agent, except for the mistreatment ona'ah, as it is stated, and a plumb line, anach, in his hand. The term for mistreatment and the term for plumb line are spelled in a similar manner, like onah and onach. Interesting. Indicating that God himself inflicts retribution. Rabbi Bava says, there are 3 sins before whose transgressors the curtain between the world and the divine presence is not locked. Their sins reach the divine presence. They are verbal mistreatment, robbery, and idol worship. Mistreatment, as it is stated, and a plumb line is in his hand. Robbery, as it is stated, violence and robbery are heard in her. They are before me continually, Jeremiah 6:7. Idol worship, as it is stated, a people that angers me before me continually. That sacrifice in gardens and burn incense upon bricks, Isaiah 65:3. Apropos the topic of how man should approach his household, Rabbi Yehuda says a person must always be careful about ensuring that there is grain inside his house. As discord is found in a person's house only over matters of grain, as it is stated, he makes your borders peace. He gives you plenty with the finest wheat. Psalms 147:14. If there is the finest wheat in your house, there will be peace there. Rav Papa said, this is in accordance with the adage that people say, when the barley is emptied from the jug, quarrel knocks and enters the house. And Rabbi Chinana Bar Papa says, a person must always be careful about ensuring that there is grain inside his house, as the Jewish people were characterized as poor only over matters of grain, as it is stated, and it was, if Israel sowed, and Midian and the children of the east descended, Judges 3, and it is written, and they encamped against them, and they destroyed the crops of the land, Judges 6:4, and it is further written, and Israel was greatly impoverished due to Midian, Judges 6:6, and Rabbi Chelbo says, a person must always be careful about sustaining the honor of his wife, as blessing is found in a person's house only because of his wife. As it is stated in allusion to this, and he dealt well with Abram for her sake, and he had sheep and oxen, Genesis 12:16, and that is what Rava said to the residents of Mechoza where he lived, honor your wives so that you will become rich. Apropos the topic of verbal mistreatment, we learned in the Mishnah there in Kalim 5:10, if one cut an earthenware oven widthwise into segments and placed sand between each and every segment, Rabbi Eliezer deems it ritually pure because of the sand. Its legal status is not that of a complete vessel, and therefore it is not susceptible to ritual impurity, and the rabbis deem it ritually impure as it is functionally a complete oven.